Hey man, what it is? This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go the Cash App, $Deem by any means. You know it worked too. Just press it. You know it worked too. There go the PayPal at Deem by any means. Y'all see that heart with the $sign at the bottom? Well, that's the super chat. You can press that at any time your heart desires. Say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated, y'all. I let people talk. They like to talk because you get to see how full of ish they are. Um, Somebody told y'all that Shakur and Floyd Schofield wasn't going to go down for a multitude of reasons, and yeah, it's looking like it's not happening. And y'all was running with this stuff, making narratives to attack Gervonta Davis, and it's just the only stuff we know is actually happening is his fight. Ain't that crazy how this stuff works? I hope y'all give my man KO an apology too, when y'all was talking all this. Gervonta Davis was asking for more money. The PBC is broke. It wasn't just a venue issue. Y'all need to go over the Knockout channel and give my guy an apology. I think it's much deserved. Give Fanon an apology as well. I think it's much deserved because people did all of this nonsense and jumped out the window just to be wrong. Ain't that something? But I told y'all that I had to wait till Oscar De La Hoya came back out with Clapback Thursdays, as I predicted he would bring this up on Clapback Thursdays. That's why he wasn't talking about it on Twitter and on other platforms. And Oscar De La Hoya basically came out and pooped all over the fight. Now, y'all, if this fight was really going to happen, walk with me, y'all. If this fight was really going to happen, Shakur Stevenson, kidaustin, why would Oscar De La Hoya not promote? Why would he crap on a fight that his fighter is involved? Don't you think he would be trying to hype up the fight, not crap on a fight and tell you how terrible of an option this is for Shakur Stevenson and how Eddie Hearn is a bad promoter? Don't you think that's a conflict of interest? Why would he do that when he benefits from his fighter fighting? But I told y'all he's not going to let kidaustin fight right now, and it's not under um, a golden boy promotion or something where he getting most of the get back when it comes to him and William Zepeda. They say William Zepeda's arm is hurt. I say, well, before William Zepeda said he's having a baby, then he fought, and now his arm hurt. He didn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson before then, and then now he's not even talking. Then now he's talking about he'd be ready in March. But then Eddie is trying to get Shakur Stevenson to fight. So then that got me to believe that William Zepeda is not really going to be ready in March because I think Eddie and Shakur think that he's not really hurt. So they're just trying to move on because they think when March comes, it's going to be another excuse. He hurt his big toe. This is nasty work on so many levels. We got so much to talk about because all y'all people that was in my comments talking crazy, sitting up there saying that Dean, it looked like they about to fight. Y'all was hype on Twitter. Check out what Auntie Sko said. Hey, Najee, my guy, Najee, Shakur talk, my guy. Yeah, you might want to come holler at me too, my guy. I'm just saying, I told you, if it don't happen, all I want to hear is Dean, you was right all this time. It just didn't ever make sense. I never believed Oscar De La Hoya in them first couple sentences told y'all exactly what I already knew. He already told you he don't think kidaustin ready for the fight. He's a prospect. He literally is doing the opposite of promoting this fight. Why would he do that? Why would he hurt his own fighter stock like that? Because he don't really want him to fight Shakur. Ding, 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 ding. That's the answer. And like me and a bunch of other content creators was trying to tell y'all, Eddie can send an offer. Sending an offer don't mean nothing. Y'all got to get that out y'all head. This send the contract stuff. It means nothing. Send the contract means nothing if the person is not negotiating in good faith. If he's not going to actually sign it. And I keep trying to tell y'all that the B-side promoter has to be willing to play ball. Just sending the contract, Keyshawn Davis. It's not that simple. Well, why Tank ain't just send him a contract? Why would he waste his time getting a lawyer, printing all this stuff up, and they're not even going to do it anyway? Well, you do it just to see. Do y'all agree now with Shakur? Do y'all think that's how business should be handled? And now Kid Austin and his dad and Floyd Schofield Sr. are flipping, doing a Uno reverse card, acting like they signed it, and they waiting on Shakur. That doesn't work because, and then I have people tell me, well, Dean, it's the term sheet and all of this. No, I don't want to hear none of that because they said the fight was done. That means they're past the term sheet stage. That means they are on a final contract because they said, Floyd Schofield Sr. said, the fight is all but done. All we waiting on is Oscar permission. So where does it have to happen at where Shakur Stevenson's side is the side? How is Shakur Stevenson the one you waiting on when you say Oscar the one you waiting on? You hear the double talk. It gets over on you Earthmen, not Dean. Sorry, can't do it. I had to holler at my man and say, hey, bro, is this fight? Because I already made the video about knowing this fight is not going to happen. But then I still had to reach out, bro. You hear them talking about this stuff is done. Is this stuff done? No, this stuff not done. Dean, without hearing this stuff is not done. Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. Just what I thought. And then we come out. It's funny what 24, 48, 72 hours would do. Floyd Schofield Sr. have his situation. Oscar comes out and says everything he says. Then now you see Shakur and them basically telling you publicly that they not trying to fight and all this, that, and the third. Blase. We knew this was all hogwash from the beginning. I told you the boy wasn't in the WBC rankings. Y'all didn't want to listen. Y'all was in my comments talking crazy and called me a hater. Blunt Sports. Do I look right now? That's my guy. Go subscribe to my dude channel. Yeah, it looked like I'm right again. The writing is on. Yo, this stuff is not hard to follow if you follow boxing and just see the writing on the wall. Y'all was telling me it's just easy to just fill in. No, it's not. You have different managers you're dealing with. You have different lawyers you're dealing with. The offer is going to be different because he's not a mandatory or wait. Kid Austin is not, he doesn't command the same price that a Williams Zepeda would command. All of that got to get renegotiated, and this is what I tried to tell y'all. It's not as simple as, oh, Williams Zepeda not fighting me. Kid Austin just signed here on the dotted line. I keep telling y'all, it's deeper than sending the contract. And then getting on to the other thing I wanted to talk about. It's miraculous how so many of y'all talk crazy about Eddie when it comes to boots. But you perfectly fine with Shakur being with Eddie after I told y'all Shakur shouldn't go to Eddie because all the stuff that's happening right now in real time. Shakur's not getting the fights he wants. Shakur hasn't even fought for Eddie yet, y'all. We've been dealing with this since the summertime. He has not fought yet for Eddie. This has been going on since the summertime. Was supposed to fight Cordina. That didn't happen. Supposed to fight Williams Zepeda. That didn't happen. Now we are supposed to fight Kid Austin. That looks like it's not happening. He hasn't even done one of his fights. So how is Eddie so bad for Boots? But y'all don't see how he's bad for Shakur when he's done more for Boots. Boots at least has headlined twice in his hometown that didn't have boxing since 2015. So Jaronennis could at least hold that on his head. I'm from the 5th, 6th biggest city in America. I was the headline at my home stadium. And then to come out against it, which was a very entertaining fight, and Karen Kukadadjian is a very good fighter. Y'all need to stop hating and give that man his credit, because I think he beats Mario Barrios and Brian Norman Jr., which would make him pretty good competition. That's what that would make him. Pretty good competition. Wouldn't you agree? It's a lot of people that think Karen Kukadadjian, after we saw Mario Barrio, what we think about Brian Norman, and Amantis Stenionis is in the air because he kind of a dog. But he kind of scary too. And then now y'all talking about Jaronennis is ducking Virgil Ortiz. And then people keep telling me, well, Deem, I don't know what he's going to do. Then how can you say he's ducking if you don't know what he's going to do? You haven't even heard from Jaronennis or Boozy Ennis about any of this Virgil Ortiz stuff. But somehow, y'all know the man is ducking. Why? I dare y'all to say, because Eddie said. Because then I'm going to say, well, Eddie said that Shakur Stevenson team told him to not negotiate with Gervonta Davis. And he advised Shakur Stevenson to not negotiate or try to set up a fight with Gervonta Davis. So I just want to know, what side of the argument are you on? Are we going off of what Eddie said? Are you sure you want to go down that road? The fact of the matter is, Eddie has done more for Jaronennis than he has Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson has not fought one time for Eddie. Jaronennis has fought twice and is on his last fight with Eddie. He signed a 3-fight deal and he headlined in his hometown, which got sold out both times. And had a pretty great undercard, especially this last time. Getting to see Raymond Ford, getting to see Bam Bam Rodriguez, Jaronennis, and we found out Karen Kukadadjian is a very, very good fighter. But because he's been fighting in the Ukraine and none of you Earthmen have seen him fight, automatically you call him a bum just because you've never heard of him. It's crazy, ain't it? So I just, like, it's certain questions. I told you Floyd Schofield, as we come to see in his last 48 hours, is not the most stand-up individual, well, I say. Eddie Hearn, I've been telling y'all that. Y'all can't come to me when I've been telling y'all this about Eddie when Devin was going over there. I had to tell my man Bullet Gibson yesterday, Bullet, who was the person telling you that Devin shouldn't go to Eddie, and look how Eddie is crapping on Devin Haney? But y'all was using Eddie against Dean. Why they got to go sign to the PBC? Dean, why they got to go over there to PBC? Now you see why. Now you see why. Devin ain't fighting. He beefing with Eddie Hearn. He's scrambling and scraping to get fights he won. Shakur Stevenson scrambling and scraping. At least Jaronennis actually went to see what PBC had to offer. And that's why Bozy came out and said they still have a great relationship with them. That's where they wanted to be first. That's where they went first. But as we know, Amantis Stenionis and Mario Barrios wasn't that keen on fighting Jaronennis at that time. Mario Barrios, I hope you stand on what you say and try to fight him now. No, I do hope you stand on that, though. You and Brian Norman Sr., I hope y'all stand on what y'all said. Y'all said that y'all will fight Jaronennis now. I hope you do it. So y'all just let me know what side of the argument y'all on, and we'll just take it from there. Y'all already know what this is, though, right? Deem by any means. And I'll holler at you.